up, my dudes? Welcome to the Freelance Writer's Guide. I'm your host, Colleen Welsch. I am a freelance beauty copywriter with 10 years of experience. Wow. Oh my god. Some of the clients I've worked with have included Olay, Milani, Gucci Beauty, etc., etc., etc. We're going to talk about how to make a blog content calendar. While this advice is tailored to freelance copywriters / content writers like myself, you can actually do this like for your own personal blog. Same idea, except when I'm talking about your client's website, just think about your own website. You're the client, you're your own client. And fun fact, this is actually the topic of my very first YouTube video ever, which I'll link right here. But I thought I would do it again because I filmed that on a phone. We're slightly more professional. Now we have lights, which I don't really know how to set those up yet, but whatever. So if you're a freelance writer trapped in a cycle of one-off projects, this is a video for you. I'm going to show you step by step how to create a content calendar using the free template I have on my website that you can download. So you're going to offer these content calendars to your clients for free as part of a blog management package. Your client is going to purchase either 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year of blog posts from you. You're going to throw in a free content calendar as part of the deal. So this means you're going to take care of thinking of all the topics. You're going to do the keyword research, you're going to write the meta descriptions, you're going to come up with the URLs. It sounds scary, but it's not. I believe that you can do this. I believe in you. This creates an incentive for your clients to keep working with you. Looking for clients is a non-billable task, which means you don't get paid to do that. So we want you to reduce your non-billable tasks to almost nothing. Working longer with current clients equals less time looking for clients equals more time for vibing. Okay, so you might be wondering what a blog content calendar is, and I'm gonna tell you. A blog content calendar is a spreadsheet that clearly defines all the topics you're gonna write about, when they're gonna be published, and like all the relevant details about these blog posts that your client needs to upload them or you need to upload them or whatever. It's honestly so much more than that because it's basically like the home base of your blog strategy or your client's blog strategy. It's basically like the big picture view of the entire blog. Why should you make a blog content calendar? Well, let's zoom out as far as we can go. Why would anyone hire you to write blog posts for them? Well, businesses need blog posts to get more organic search traffic. Organic search traffic is when a website gets clicks from a search engine because people are searching for questions or problems or something that's related to their service. That's opposed to paid search traffic where you pay Google Ads to show up at the top of the list. The way that you get more organic search traffic is you write a bunch of blog posts with the right topics focusing on the right keywords. That's a lot of work. On marketing teams, there's usually nobody who is truly equipped to write long form content, so this is one of the most commonly outsourced things by in-house marketing teams. Plus it just like takes a lot of time. People don't have time. Marketing teams are busy. Trust me, I worked in marketing. A lot of times freelance writers want their clients to just tell them what to write about, do all the keyword research for them, and that's fine. Sometimes clients want to do that. I work with clients who do that. They have like search engine specialists that do that, or they use some kind of tool and they just spit out a bunch of keywords and the topics and tell me what to write. There's no problem with that, but a lot of times clients don't know anything about search engines, they don't know about SEO content, which is what these blog posts are, or they don't have time to do it. They just don't care. But it's really important because they're not going to get the results that they're paying you for if no one is doing keyword research and picking the right topics. Like there is literally no point in writing and publishing blog posts on a website if it's not stuff that people are Googling. So when you're doing the keyword research, coming up with the topics, making the content calendar, that's one less thing for the marketing team to worry about. and they'll love you for it. We are in the business of making our clients' lives easier. This is a service-based business. That is the service you provide, is making their lives easier. Okay, here's another benefit though. You know what you're going to be writing about, like months ahead. So you can work ahead depending on how you do your billing. Today is the 12th. So this is the second full week of the month, and by the end of the day tomorrow, I will have written everything for all my clients that I needed to write in the whole month, because I work ahead and that gives me 2 full weeks to make YouTube videos or do whatever, you know, just stare into the abyss. Working ahead is good, in my opinion, like from an energetic standpoint, because it signals to the universe that you are ready for more work. And it's also good, I think, to like write all the blog posts for one client at one time, like in a sprint. So you're just like in their headspace, and then you just move on to the next client when you're done with all of them. And your clients will be so impressed. They'll be like, wow, these came in so early. And you'll be like, I know. But seriously, like switching gears is bad for your brain. So we just want to stay in one gear, get the job done, move on to the next gear, and get that job done too. Also, when you create the content calendar, you can write about blog post topics that you actually care about, that you want to write about, that you're interested in, because you're choosing them. And trust me, that can make all the difference. Like sometimes I pick blog post topics about things that I'm like actually just, I want to know more about that. One of my clients is in the men's health space, and I was like, what is creatine? I don't even know. So I'm gonna write a blog post about creatine, and I'm gonna learn all about it. Finally, something I can talk to men about. And finally, let me just reiterate this point. You can write on topics that you know your clients need to address in order to meet their goals. Like if they don't get more traffic from Google from your blog post because they're giving you crappy blog post topics that do not reflect the kinds of things their potential customers are searching for, they're gonna fire you. They're gonna like look at it and be like, why are we paying this person all this money and we're not getting any results? So to get the best results, you gotta have good topics. Where does this fit in your freelancing business? So rather than selling individual blogs, sell packages. Like I cannot reiterate this enough. This is where people are messing up with freelancing, is they just will write these one-off blog posts and then they'll be like, I don't make any money. And I'm like, well, it's because you spend like 10 hours every week looking for clients. You need to turn every short-term client into a long-term client, or as many as possible. At this point, I won't even write one blog post for someone. I mean, okay, maybe if it was like a really cool client, I would. But for the most part, I won't do that because I'm trying to establish long-term clients always. So the way we do this is we sell packages where people get like a little bit of a discount for signing on for several months with you. We want long-term relationships so we can keep our clients around as long as possible. And the way that you do this is by adding more value. Now, I have another video about this that I will link here, which offers you some other suggestions on how to add more value and keep those long-term clients around. But let's get into the content calendar part first. Doing the content strategy, which you deliver via the blog content calendar, is the perfect way to deliver more value if you're a content writer. And then where does this fall into place in your process? So when your client signs on for one of your monthly packages, you deliver the content strategy as part of the kickoff. The way this looks, the way this all falls in with everything, is you make contact with a potential client somehow, whether that is through Upwork or cold pitching or whatever. You have a call, you discuss their needs. I highly suggest you ask for examples of blogs that they like, or ask if what they like, dislike about their current blog, who their customer is, what kinds of issues their customer is struggling with. Get all these questions out in that call so you don't have to talk to them again. Then you send them a proposal and a contract with an invoice for the first month. If you want, you could do a test project where you just do one blog post, see if you like working together, and then move into the monthly thing. But basically, like, I recommend just like charging your clients on the first of the month for that month's blog post, put them on auto pay, you just send the blog posts as soon as you finish them. This is the content calendar template that you can download from my website for free. Let me just remind you one more time. So over here, we have in column A, we have the publish date. You can delete anything you don't need in here. And then you can just do a formula here, which I've already plugged into the first cell in column B, which just subtracts 7 days from the publish date. So you can automate all of that. Column C is the author. So if you were working with multiple writers, like if you were managing a team, you could use this column. If you're not, just delete it. If it's just you, I guess you could just put your name there every time. That's kind of fun. The next column, column D, is category. So you're going to choose 3 to 5 main categories that your client's posts are going to fall into. This will help give you some direction about what you should choose for the topics. For example, my men's health client that I was talking about before, the categories that I came up with for them are sex and relationships, natural remedies / holistic health, science / medicine, fitness / diet, and mental health. Where do these categories come from? So they are things that your clients, customers, or potential customers are interested in. But they should also be things that you can tie back to your clients' products and services. So let me give you another example. If you're writing for a sustainable fashion brand, you could post tips on how to be more environmentally friendly, as well as like style tips. A gourmet pet food brand could have information on how to train your dog, but they might also have like answers to questions that people commonly have about dogs. Like, what kind of thing is going to send your clients' customers like running to their computer or like ripping their phone out of their pocket? They gotta Google this right now. Like, you want to be answering those types of questions. For example, when I first got Peaches, who is my puppy, she's an angel, but I was like, why is she breathing so fast? Like, when she was napping, she was just breathing really fast, and I was really freaked out, and I Googled it, and I went on like a bunch of different websites and was reading what I should do. You can best believe, like, if there had been like a local emergency vet hospital that had had a post about that, I probably would have ended up there. But what actually happened is I called my mom about it, and my mom said, "Puppies just breathe quickly. Sounds like you're the one who needs medical attention." And she was right. Okay. An outdoor recreation store like REI could have articles on like how to go camping and like different destinations, like safety tips. Like, these are things that are all related to your client, their products or services, things their customers care about. I really recommend that you get these categories approved by your client before you make the whole content calendar. And even though I always say we want to make our clients' lives easier, we want to send as few emails as possible, it's also important to get approval on things before you do a bunch of work, so you don't have to do a bunch of work twice, because you really can't get out of it. You only have yourself to blame if you don't seek approval. You're going to plug those 3 to 5 categories into your content calendar. So I was saying we are pretending to work for REI. We are doing camping guides, safety tips, destinations. All right, so let's say we pick those 3. So then what you'll do is just copy and paste these for the duration of however long your blog content calendar is going to last. So now you have kind of like a direction. You kind of know where you're going. Then you're going to come up with the topic ideas, or just like some ideas you can plug into this calendar later. I've already done a video on this, so I'm not going to go super in depth to this part, and you can check out that video here, and I'll also link it below. Basically, you're going to come up with some blog post ideas by using the following methods. One thing you could do is analyze Google Analytics to see what has already performed well for your client, and then write on similar topics. Ask your client for access to Google Analytics, and they'll be like, "Wow, you know how to use a computer?" And you'll be like, "Yeah." But I'll show you what you should look for specifically. But we'll look at my own analytics. If your client has GA4 set up, what you're going to do is go to this like little report thing, then you're going to go to engagement and then pages and screens. Then you can adjust this time period up here to be, I would say, like probably do like the last year for your client. We don't have that for the Freelance Writer's Guide because we just switched to GA4. So then you can scroll down and see what the most popular pages were on the website by views. So I know that this is the home page, and then these are the most popular blog posts: how to create a freelance writer portfolio, cold pitching 101, how to get copywriting clients as a beginner. So I know that these are very popular, so maybe I should keep writing about things like that. So that's just one option. Let me see if I can pull up the old Google Analytics for you in case that's what your client has. All the domains need to switch by like July 1st, 2023. So if you were in the old Google Analytics, then you would go to behavior, site content, all pages. So you come down here and these are the most popular pages, and if your client has their URL set up correctly, it should say like blog or something at the beginning. So you can narrow this down a little bit more by just searching blog and clicking on the little magnifying glass. And here you can see these are the most popular blog post topics that we have covered on the Freelance Writer's Guide in 2022: cold pitching, freelance writer portfolio, how to get copywriting clients as beginner, content calendar, Google Sheets. All right, so that's how you do that. So you could also expand on previously successful blog posts. So the way you do this is you just click on an old blog post and choose one of the headlines from that blog post and then write an entire blog post with like that headline as the title, basically. Let me give you an example of this. So this was the most popular blog post on the Freelance Writer's Guide in 2022. So here's like the perfect thing that you could make a whole other blog post topic about. This is create an email signature that builds trust. You could do a whole blog post on that. Or like how to make a spreadsheet of potential clients. That's another potential topic for me. I'm actually getting so many good ideas. Some other things you could do is get inspired by like current events or trends. Like, what's everyone talking about in the beauty world today? What is it, like the unicorn haircut or like the Pegasus haircut, or I don't know. Get inspired by your clients' competitors. Let's pretend that you were writing for a different sporting goods company and then REI was the competitor, and you come to REI's website and you want to get inspired by them. So here's some ideas: tips for winter bicycling, a 5K training plan for beginners. You know, anything like that is great for January. People are like, new year, new me. And you can actually see from these reviews like what's popular with people, like this: how to maintain fitness while on vacation, not popular, but winter camping basics, very popular. Okay, so that will give you some ideas. You shouldn't plagiarize, but you can get an idea, your own idea, based on someone else's work and go from there. So you could also find out what their customers are asking about. So you can either ask the marketing team what people are asking about a lot, or you could just like go on their social media or look at their competitors' social media and see what people are asking or commenting about there. All right, so you have some topic ideas. You're gonna put them all in this little tab: topic idea, content notes, references. So if you want to do that winter camping thing, one of the references would be that REI post. Content notes, anything you want to include. Obviously the topic idea is winter camping. So then you're going to do keyword research, and we'll just go with winter camping. So you're going to go to adwords.google.com. In my other SEO video, I believe I have talked about how to access Google AdWords for free. But basically, if you make a new account with Google AdWords, you're just gonna be like, no thanks, I know what I'm doing. Like, switch to expert only mode, and there's like very fine print at the bottom, and then they'll let you in for free, but they really want you to make an ad, but you don't have to. Don't even get me started on Google. I'm seriously livid. You know, I've never been paid a cent from YouTube because of I can't add a payment method and I can't talk to anyone because there's no contact for AdSense. I don't know what to do. All right, we're gonna type in a keyword: winter camping. And then you can do some other variations of it. You know, 3 is good. And then, so it'll come up with all the information about what people are searching for. And then you want to sort it by average monthly searches with this little arrow pointing down. And it will give you the numbers if you do not have an ad running with Google AdWords or Google Ads or whatever, then you'll just see a range here. You won't see the actual number. So you can see this is a pretty good keyword, like people are searching for it and it's becoming more popular over time. But the only issue is it has high competition. We want to click on add filter and we want to go to competition low. The reason why we want to do this is because if the competition is low, it's going to give your post like a better chance of ranking, you know, at the top of the search engine results. Because if you're not in the top 2 spots, you're like not anywhere. Maybe the first page is okay, but if you're beyond the first page, forget about it. No one will ever see the post. Okay, so from this we can see that although winter camping had 6,000 average monthly searches and snowstorm camping has only 2,900, it has low competition. And it has grown in popularity a lot in the past year. Don't worry so much about this 3-month change, especially with things that are seasonal. This might be a good topic to look into. Like, what is snowstorm camping? Or like, is this like a safety tip? Or what is this? And then some other ideas are like Washington winter camp, Yosemite winter camping, camping in a snowstorm. And then, you know, after you get under 200, it's probably not worth looking at. But yeah, that's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna go through all those ideas that you came up with, look them up, look up the keywords, and then adjust your topics accordingly. And you might come up with like a whole bunch of other topics based on actually doing the keyword research. That's pretty much it, buddy. So yeah, once it's approved, you can start writing the drafts and, you know, turn them in by the due dates. And that's pretty much everything you need to know about doing a content calendar. So if you have any questions, leave them as comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you liked this video, I have a whole course on in-depth topics about running your own freelance writing business. And it's not just like, you know, you learn one thing here and you learn one thing there and they're not connected and you're like, well, how do I put it all together? I've already put it together for you. It is a step-by-step how to launch and grow your freelance copywriting business from the time when you have nothing and no idea what you're doing to the time when you are running an agency and riding off into the sunset, living your best life ever. If you're interested in that, I'll link it below. And like, subscribe, anything else? Oh yeah, watch for deer. Okay, buddy, bye.